there everyone, this is Jeffrey with Killaskila Gaming, and welcome back to White Day, a Labyrinth Named School. Previously, we completed all 4 of the endings following Sung-ah's route, and the 7th clearing of Hell difficulty, and we want to continue on by following Ji-min's route next. So let's not waste any time and get right to it. Okay, so we're back at it once again. One thing that we are going to be doing really different this time is, of course, we're not running the gauntlet. We're only going to pick up certain items because we're going to be playing as Ji-min, and if anything Ji-min picks up, she cannot find, so I'm going to get 1 pen as an insurance policy for myself. A couple health items would be good. Leave the rest for her, and then a trank would help as well. I did start recording this and I realized my notes were not prepared properly and I was already making mistakes, so I decided to restart. I had to restart, though it would have screwed everything up. We are one of our healing items. And yeah, I'll leave the doors open as per the usual. And I'm also going to try and find a way to bypass some dialogue, but that won't be until the second playthrough, so... And for you guys, it's not going to matter, it's all going to be one playthrough.
How do we get in?
Yeah, I wonder how we can do it. Oh my, you totally startled me just then.
So we are just going to play as if I was following So Young's route. That is the route we are following, sort of, up until a certain point. And we are going to be doing some additional things as well, but for now it's right, left, right, left.
Oh, I've seen him. He's a new transfer student.
Really?
Anyway, I'm leaving. See ya.
I'm Sung-ah Kim, homeroom 8.
Okay, left.
This was out of the blue. But it's nice to meet you. So why did you come to school at this hour?
Right.
Yeah? I'm glad that you're here. You are going to help me out.
And left.
Just something. Follow me. Ji-hyeon and I didn't know what we were going to do. Welcome! First time in the girls' bathroom?
This is a left-left situation, same as usual.
Why? Worried I want something weird? I left my book in the home ec room. I can't get in because it's locked. I happen to know that the keys are in the auto shop classroom, but it's locked as well. But you can crawl through that vent up there and get me the keys.
And left.
Thank you. I knew that you'd help. We'll need a ladder, and we'll also need some sort of cutting tool. Why don't you look around?
So running the gauntlet for a little part of this, of course. It's main building too, where things are going to get really, really different. I'll leave the coin. The main reason I want to save certain items for her is because Ji-min's route gets pretty intense at the end, and in the past I've needed a lot of items. So I just recommend making it easy on yourself. And I've been in some sticky situations as Ji-min, so I'd say a little bit of insurance is not a bad thing. You know, one save item, 2 health items, 1 trank is what I feel like I want for insurance. Adjust that for yourself as needed. As far as my notes go, I was actually using notes for the alternate ending to what I was trying to do, which is why I had to restart. So hypothetically, it could have still worked as a playthrough. I just had a particular order in mind. And I've made a comment in the past about trying to find a shortcut for her second playthrough, and that's one thing I think I might test here, because it doesn't take long to get through this first section. Actually, her playthrough is pretty short in general, so that's why I'm thinking I'll test it for you guys, so you can, you know whether it works or not, in case you're on the PS4 version and want to make some backup saves, or if you want to do the other, you know, the other difficulty levels and not wait for me, because I probably won't be doing those for a while. Reminder, we are connecting 3 and 4.
Oh. Huh. Not bad. Thanks a lot.
Okay, just a left situation here.
You're not trying to scare me, are you? I'm not that gullible. Oh, but did you know? This school used to be a hospital during the Korean War. Rumor has it the whole school is haunted because so many people died here during that time. Maybe the rumor's true. I mean, especially on a night like this. Boo! Did I scare you? I guess you don't like ghost stories, huh? Oh, the doors are probably all locked by now. They lock all the doors after 10, except for the lecture hall lobby, that is. If we want to leave, we have to go to the lecture hall. You know the new building, lecture hall, and here are all connected, right? Here. This is the key to that hallway there. Could you open it on your way out? Go ahead. I still have something to do.
Now there's one other additional thing we'll be doing, which is looking for these. And I'm going to leave it there for now. We'll see if I can remember where they are too. My notes are not 100% complete, but in order to unlock G-Men, we need to make sure to get all the doodles. So that's going to be the first big difference here. Otherwise, we are pretty much just following this building on So Young's route, and we'll get a little bit more of her in the meantime. So let's get to it.
That was close. If you sneak in at night, the janitor gets terribly angry. If he catches you, the punishment is harsh.
And that is probably our first time, my first time showing Bangu's unlockable outfit. That's for getting the old figurines. So I did activate it a while ago, but I don't think I've shown any of the scenes yet. And this is left, right, right, left as usual for So Young's route.
What do you mean? Anyway, he's nice in the daytime. You're the transfer student. I'm in your homeroom. Remember?
Right.
You know So Young? Well, I guess everybody knows her, actually. I'm Ji-hyeon Sol. You're Human Lee, right? Anyway, what are you doing here at this hour?
Right.
I think you're incredibly brave. All alone this late. Tell me something. I always see you alone. Don't you have friends?
Baby, I've got you. I mean left.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, that's right. But you'll make more soon. Okay, I'm going to go now. Be careful.
Okay, leave the pen. I'm gonna grab this. I think we'll be okay. This is a cutscene. And I'm not going to take the stuff, or the trank from the recording studio, but there's a Doodle in there we need to get. And we'll leave the train for Ji-min. Since we have a cutscene down the way, I'll open up all these doors. We'll despawn him.
Oh, gosh. Whoa. What was that all of a sudden? You scared the heck out of me. How come you're still standing there?
Okay, so this, for her endings, there's 2 of them, and I do believe they are entirely paired with the 3 sets of dialogue that you get with her. And as soon as you complete the 3rd set, you can actually figure out if which ending you're getting, because the way she responds, I think she has kind of like this inner monologue at the end that kind of explains, or kind of lets you know which one you have. And I want to go for the Jasmine ending, or the So Young Who ending, as I like to call it, which is where she has a higher affinity for you than she does for So Young by the end. That's the main thing. And so we're going to go right, left on this one. That's what I actually had a little screwed up in my notes. So I had the Marguerite notes in here. So right.
Do you need to go in? Go ahead and tell me about it. Don't just stand there. Why don't you answer me?
I'm not really sure why these dialogue options work. It's like she wants you to be sassy with her at first and then kind of be nice to her when it really counts. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. So, right.
Yeah, whatever. I am so sorry. Wait. I don't think I've ever seen you before.
Right.
No! Same class as So Young? One after another, they just keep coming. I gotta beat them off with a stick.
And left.
What note? No, I don't know. Anyway, we should turn around and go back since it's locked here.
Okay, she is blocking our first Doodle here, sort of. So we want to get 10 Doodles in total. We need to get them all before we pick up the talisman after dealing with the Bloodthirsty Tree. And a few of them are in this hallway here. I think a good majority of them are actually in the hallways in general. We're going to take this a little bit slow and try not to draw his attention like I normally would. We're usually just right outside the rooms. This one's kind of a double. So Young and Ji-min. I think that's interesting that she has a thing for her. So it's 1. 2. I think that's it for this area. And then I think the next one is in this room. Okay. That's number 3. In case he's here. Usually he's not, but God, really? Yeah, as soon as I heard that door. Oh, dude, just go away. That's 4. Five. 6. 7. And I think the rest are upstairs. 6, 2, 4, 3. Now we can make some noise to get his attention. Shoot. That might not work. It worked. I didn't think that was gonna work. I was like, I just broke a line of sight and that was it. That usually cuts it though. Usually. Keep in mind we're on hell difficulty, so. So he came all the way down here and he didn't shut the door. He must have heard me open the door, then I bet he came... I don't know. Yeah, everything's open. He had to have heard me open the door then. That's why he was all the way down here. 6, 2, 4, 3. Okay, the last two are in the hallway near the girl who hanged herself ghost. Slash, not young. He's literally right there. He's coming this way. Oh, I did test it out. Well, sort of test it out. I said I've never seen him come up here searching for me. Apparently, if you make noise by opening the door, he will actually search the stairwell and go up and down. So. Let's go. This way if he comes up, at least, just I know where he's coming from. Okay, last two doodles that we need before we get the stair key. Number 8. That. That never gets old. And number 9 is down this way. The last one, the 10th drawing, is on the stairs down the hall from us, so it's locked. We can't get to it. Until we get the key. Get the key to defeat the tree.
Oh. I've seen you. What are you doing here at this hour?
I wanted to give you some candy. Alright, no, this is gonna be a left as usual.
So you had it then? You came here just to do that?
Oh yeah.
Ji-hyeon is here too?
Do not forget the key. Okay, so we need to make sure to get that last doodle before we go up against the tree. I don't know if that's ultimately ultimately when that triggers, but I think it's the talisman that matters the most. Don't pick up the talisman before getting the doodles. Got the repellent. And we'll open this up for G-Man. Okay, in accordance with the medals, that should be 4259. 4259. There's a save next to us if you're worried about dying. But again, we're going to leave that for G-Men. The next Doodle is down here. I'm going to grab that before we move on. So right here. And that's the last one we need. And then plants, we got number 1 here. Is there one around the corner from us? I think there's one here. Yeah. I should have grabbed that first. So, number 2. Who does number 2 work for? That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss. Points if you get that reference. And 3. I probably should have just gotten downstairs and got the last one, but we should be fine. We'll be fine. We don't need anything. Let's make the janitor's life difficult. Even though we're not picking anything up, I'm still going to open all the doors. 4. Bloodthirsty Tree is ours. Okay, let's deal with the tree, then I will open the doors. So since we got all the doodads, I'm just going to go open the doors and we'll reconnect at the room. Doodads. Okay, reminder that we are following So Young's route here.
Hey! Why are you still here? Anyway, what was that noise I heard?
So right, left, left.
Tree? Are you insane? I don't understand what you're saying. Why are there so many guys in this school who are completely obsessed with So Young? She's not even that pretty. Hey, come on, be honest. Are you here this late because you're into So Young as well? Is it because tomorrow is White Day? Have it your way then. Look, wake up, stupid. You think you're the only one So Young bewitched with that face of hers? You don't know this, but she's a manipulative witch. Yes, she is. And that's not all. There are a ton of totally strange rumors about her. Rumor has it, So Young... Huh? Did you hear something just now?
Okay, so this is where the differences are going to start. When we are finished with this conversation with So Young, so we're going to go to where the sound is coming from. We are going to want to go down the stairs out in the hallway, and the janitor is going to usually spawn like right there. So just be aware the cutscene will cut him off if you want to run for it. Usually I just run for it, but he will be right there, just so you know.
What are you doing in here? Tell me, what happened earlier?
I see we got our Nayam bug again. So this should be a left.
Yeah, I'm fine. I can't remember anything. I woke up on the floor of a completely different room. I have a feeling that tonight is very different. Maybe the day is here. You know something too, don't you? Oh yeah? Maybe. That might have caused it. All right. That's fine. This school has so many hidden secrets. I'm gonna go now. If you want to leave the school, go to main building too.
Tell me why So Young's face froze all of a sudden. Did you come to this school just to follow around So Young?
Okay, so if you have not seen this before, this is the new dialogue set that was unlocked by collecting the doodles. There is some more stuff that needs to be done to unlock her fully, but this will be a left-right situation.
What are you talking about? You just transferred to this school. She is so irritating. Just tell me, why So Young left the media room so mad with that face?
And then right.
What?
I love that transition. So cool. Door's closed, so don't recommend running for it. So from here, what we want to do is to get to main building 2 as per the usual. Start off with the usual routine, and the big change will come after we or while we're in the principal's office, because we're gonna have some new things we can trigger there. And the main thing you want to make sure not to do is do not grab the key that he hides in Faculty Office 1, because that will override Ji-min's playthrough. We need to check the monitor in the office, and it's going to kind of give us an indicator as to where to go. So he went down the hall. Look at his attention. I'm assuming he spawns, or spawns. I'm assuming he kind of just went down the hall. We don't have to worry about where he's spawning because we spawned with him. Spawned. Okay, door's closed. I think we're okay. I hear him. Just in case. I don't know if I can get out of here in time. We'll hide out here for a minute. Going awfully slow. Okay, I guess that worked. So before we forget, get this out of the way. Hey there everyone, Future Me here. Just put the chickies to bed and I'm ready to press on. So let's get to this. We have to get the code to the principal's office, and I think that's about it. Just get this. Yeah. I don't think the next section is as pressing as they make it seem. And I don't think we actually need these keys because all the doors should just automatically be open for Ji-min. But I just kind of do this out of habit. We do need one trank, I think. So I think the timer's pretty short on it. But otherwise, we should be pretty good. I'll leave this. So I'm gonna go open the bathroom doors, and then we'll meet on the second floor. Yeah, so I've just been opening up the women's room stalls, just because they're further back than the men's. So, as I said, we don't really need anything we're going to be getting in a timed situation pretty dang quick. I'm trying to remember what's in these rooms. We should put Trank. Yeah. I might leave this open. There's a Trank in the principal's office, so we don't really need to go get one. And let's see what we have. So 2841 is our code. And that should be locked. Yep. So I didn't really open up much like I usually would. And I think Ji-hyeon ends up in the biology room is where we're going, the biology lab. But we'll deal with that as we get there. I think you could run out the janitor, but you're going to end up running out of stamina. So just take your time with it. It shouldn't matter as long as we don't trigger any other events. So 2841. And our first real difference here will actually be the monitors that we're about to get to. So, get this out of the way. So usually we go to this one. Then we usually go to this one. And then I think it's this one. Yeah, and there's the biology mannequin. Of course, there's smoke coming from the room, which is our sign to get there. So I'm gonna let him do his thing a little bit. And then we will go up to her. I don't think this is timed. If it is, we'll find out very soon. Okay, so we want to get up to 4th floor. And then we're going to have a timed event where we have to basically run around for a bit to put out some fire with a wet blanket. The blanket's in the night duty room. The key to faculty office, or the key to the science lab is in the faculty office too, which means we need to come back here to faculty office 1 where we're at right now and get the key to 2. And then we just need to get the blanket wet in the science room because that's the only room that has a running sink. Let's see. And if there's another trank down here if we need it. seems like a pretty lengthy timer. Blanket is all the way downstairs. I don't think we need to wait for him to say anything. We will find out. Blanket is right here. Of course, the key to faculty office 2 is where the janitor hit it. This is usually what would trigger the So Young bit. Yeah, that timer is extremely long. I'm not sure why. That already. Oh wait, it's the other side, right? Now, I do believe the Lost and Found automatically opens. In fact, like I said, I think everything for G-Men pretty much opens on its own. Third sink from the front. And we should be good to go. There might be QTEs again, I can't remember, but apparently I didn't need the trank. I said I didn't realize it was quite that short.
I was dying.
There's a nice smell. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. So yeah, this is going to be our final point where we know which ending we get. So this is going to be, don't go for there's a nice smell. This is going to be a left, right situation. And this is going to switch our perspective over to G-Men. So I think her inner monologue is more positive towards us. If we get the Jasmine ending, the So Young Who ending that I'm going for. So left.
It's okay. I'm fine. Oh, by the way, thank you for saving me. Let me catch my breath before getting back on my feet.
Yep, right.
I know. Let me go look for So Young. Hey, can I call you upperclassman?
That's what I like to hear, baby. Oh wait, we can't say that about her, can we? Fine by me.
Are you that happy? Yeah. Okay then.
Of course he is.
Hey, why don't you go and try to find me a way to the new building? And if you meet So Young, please don't tell her about me or what happened. Then she'll think of me as a troublemaker. Hey, we can meet very soon, right?
And that little bit of dialogue there at the end, that's what will change. Okay, so in case you're kind of new to this run, she has this in her inventory. Everything else should be blank. So she got the magazine like we had, the lighter, and then this is new, the luminol solvent. And they kind of drop a few hints as we go through this about where to go. And the first one is the hallway that they were showing in that scene. I was always a little surprised why she didn't react to Ji-min just standing there. You know, So-yeon might be off in her own world sometimes, but the reason she doesn't see or react to Sung-ah is because she can't see her because she's a ghost. So there's a few times where I've considered the thought that Ji-min might not be alive, but I don't think that's true, but it seems to imply that a little bit. So our goal is to get back to main building 1 and to that hallway, which is where we find Na Young's ghost hanging by the window. So we want to look for supplies on the way. And avoid the janitor, of course. And she is broken, so you're going to see the arm waving around. If you look in the mirror, we get a chance, I'll show you. She's just standing in a T-pose. I did not know he was in here. And she hops when we duck. I didn't realize the door was open. Okay, so I'm not quite sure where he is. Now we want to start picking things up if we can. There's a pen in the lost and found. And there's one in the, I think one of the water troughs. Can we go in the art room? You got those at least. So I'm just kind of running on memory with where items are. Remember what's in here? I think there's a few things. 10 might be... Yes, there's not much. I don't think there's much in the music room, but I know there's a drink at least. Fortunately, we don't need to solve the same puzzles. I think that's about it here. Since we technically need to go to first, he's probably on first. That's usually the way this works. There's anything else in here? It's not right now. He's here. The bunny hopping is really annoying, and I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. It doesn't give away your position. I've tested it. So I was gonna say we could go down to the lost and found and grab the felt tip pen, but I've already got a few now, so we should be okay for a bit. I'm not sure of how far away the janitor needs to be with some of the quieter doors, but I did have a case in New Building where Dalsy was literally right in front of me, and I opened the door and he didn't hear it. And I don't know if it's because he had just spawned in or what, but... Oh, there's a chair my way, isn't there? Forget about this. we might need to make a run for it here. So did it save everything I picked up? Probably not, right? Well, let's move ahead. It's not worth messing with them. Health items would help. So he went downstairs. There's one thing in here, right? Nope, never mind. There it is. Just want to have a competitive edge for later. Okay, our spot should be one of these. There it is. Which is not very helpful. We are indeed looking for a book. I'd like to search more, but I don't want to press my luck. Okay, so we were trying to get to the music room. Can I grab the medkit? I think I did. Yeah. And music should be on third. There's your hint. And counselor's office should be first. Nope, second. Well, I think it's the counselor B. Because I think the other counselor is in the other building, right? No, it's right there. I think it's B though, because B is the one that has the photograph. I don't think there's anything to do in room A that I can ever remember. So the painting I'm referring to is the one you have to finish as He-Man. There it is. And if you recall, that leads us to the Lost and Found. That's where we find his vase. Or vase, however you want to say it. And if you go in here this time, you get Ji-hyeon Kim's book. And we get this. So a note from a A note from the art teacher, number 2. Thank you so much, but why are you trusting me with something so valuable? I'm not sure what's going on, but I promise to take good care of it. Come anytime you want it back. I'll keep this safe in my desk. I'll even have a tiger guarding it for extra protection. And so this one is not very clear. I remember the first time I played this, I think I had to figure this all out for myself, because I've only really watched one person ever play this, or 2 people, I guess, play this game. And neither of them had done this before, so I was just flying blind when I did this and happened to figure it out. But if you go into faculty office 2, there is a spot on the desk that has another vase in it. In fact, we will be going over to it eventually. But that is his desk, and there's a lock on it. And when he says there's a tiger guarding it, the tiger is on a book binding, 4 book bindings that are found in New Building. So there's our clue as to where we want to go. And this is the desk. There's the lock. Now we are on 2nd floor right now, which means we can just make a beeline for the New Building. I don't know if we've shown this yet in this set of episodes, but don't let him get too close to you. But he can't see me anymore. It's really cool because it does cast a shadow. Okay, so we just want to get over to New Building. Be a little extra cautious because Dalsu is active. And he's fast, and I can't guarantee I can get away from him. So, especially with the broken game, it just makes things feel a lot worse than they are. Oop, wrong way. Wrong way. Why do I keep taking wrong ways? Does this hallway change in her playthrough? Am I just having a bad memory? Okay. So items, if you can get them. And our first book is here. The binding says 5. I don't remember if the solution changes. It looks like it's the same as my last one. I can always try it out on my next round. I don't know exactly where Dalsu is. He's usually way downstairs, but I think there is a pen a pen down here. Let's try to get that. There's one over here too. I think we're okay. Generally speaking, move fast as you can. Less chance there is he'll find us. But what we essentially want to do is to go upstairs, use the rooftop so we can get to the library and reading room. He has nearly caught me, I want to say like once or twice. I've gotten lucky, but let's not rely on that. And, you know, grab whatever you can along the way, of course. I don't know if he actually spawns when as soon as we walk into the building. I just make that assumption, but the only time he's ever come close to me is probably up here. Uh-oh. I thought we were going to find out real fast there. I thought I saw his light. So let's find out where he is. He's right below us. I don't think he'll hear that. Nope. Alright, let's take advantage of that. There's a trank over here and a lunchbox. Plus, one of our books is in here. Should be over here somewhere. Yep, number 10. Nope, code is randomized. So that one's out of order. He's right there. We're good. Can't remember if there's anything in here. Not much, I don't think, but... Oh, nothing. Never mind. Okay. Okay. It's way the hell down there. And we have 2 libraries. One back here and one over here. And this first one. I don't remember what shelf it's on. Okay, there it is. 25. Oh, that's really different. Okay, and the last one, I think it's in the back. This is library 2, I think. Okay, let me get this code in order. Okay, so it's 10. This is the leftmost. 5. 25, 35 in that order. And I think my bug has struck and done us a huge favor. And that loaded us up pretty good for supplies. What I might do is spend those coins just to get that out of the way. I don't think they can hear that, and he's stuck right now, which helps a lot. There are a few items we could go for, but he will most likely hear me. There's a trank in the superintendent's office down on First. And there's also a soy milk on the one at the end of this hallway, coin in the first bathroom, pen downstairs in the big glass room, which we could probably get that one, but... don't know how many can be used on hell difficulty. There's a document forewarning you about too much coffee. I think that should be all of our coins. Yep. We're pretty loaded up. I don't think there's much more I could do other than health items, and I think we got quite a few. Okay, so we want to get to the faculty office 2, which is right down the hall from us, and get to that desk that's locked. Can't remember if the door was open or not. Let's see if I did that right. I've never seen one like this. That's funny. 10, 5, 25, 35. Okay, pottery. I put the asthma inhaler in the vase, or vase, so that Zhang-Ah can't come out of it. She can't be seen by other souls until the ritual is over. Okay. And from here, it's just a matter of triggering events. So I think this should automatically trigger right away, just by going to the hallway. Now she will kill you one shot, so just be careful. But we want to follow her upstairs. So 1, 2. I think she goes up to 3. I want to say down to the music room. And then she comes all the way back down here. I did have her catch me before, a few times actually. Just be careful. Don't let her spot you, and I do believe she may be able to hear. She may be able to hear certain things, so just be careful. So we're just gonna hide in this room until she walks by. I don't know if it's possible to lose her or not. She's gonna go down into the maze that leads over to the new building. But you know, you don't want to stay too close to her because she'll catch you. And usually the other door to this room is open. And she will come running in here and catch you if she sees you peeking through the door. She's fast, like you ain't getting away from her, so you know you're not gonna have a chance to run. I'm gonna go around. Did you hear me? So yeah, so she's gonna slowly make her way downstairs. This is probably one of the more tedious parts of this, just because if you already know where she's going. It is kind of cool though the first time you do it, because it's like, oh, what's going on? But it's not terribly hard. The hard part is yet to come. Song on the Labyrinth nearly gives me a heart attack every time I try it. I was gonna say nearly gave me a heart attack, but still does. Like, she still terrifies me. That part is so creepy. And then there's dealing with the ghosts, the spirits. I think she's... We'll find out. I can't hear her. I'm kind of using my monitor as a way to see, because this area is really dark. I think she may have already gone through the door, though. Now, the first time I played this, I thought for sure... She did not go through the door yet. I thought for sure she would be standing around one of the corners waiting for me. I should say. If you see me looking over here, that's just so I can actually see what I'm doing. One of my monitors is a bit washed out, so it's the same one I use with the mermaid. With the mermaid ghost. We're probably good. I don't hear her. I think we're good. So we need to, well, we need to do a lot of things here, but we gotta go, gotta be careful, we gotta be quick. Okay, moment of truth here. We gotta get the inhaler off the body first. Then we have to get all of the trigrams while we're in the what do you call it? In the labyrinth, and avoid Sangha. And then we gotta make it to the music room. Remember, the ghosts deal a lot of damage. Okay, so we want to get to main building 2. We need to avoid the ghosts while doing so. This is where the health items and tranks might be necessary. Oh yeah. Hey there, Yumi. We're on floor 2, so down to first. I go to the wrong floor. Okay, QTs, let's go.
think this place has changed? Please live happy in your next life. Upperclassmen, wake up! Are you okay? Did you get injured? You found a way out! Everybody got back to their home, so you don't have to worry. Oh, by the way, I never got to ask your name. What is your name? Oh, never mind. I'll just call you Upperclassman. I never called anyone else Upperclassman before. Oh my gosh. So embarrassing. Upperclassman? Don't you want to get something to eat? I'm hungry. I'll pay for it, huh? Hurry up, let's go! But, Upperclassman, what is this pot?
Okay, that's almost spot on for the playtime I had. So I'm wondering if the playtime pauses when I pause, and I just didn't know that. Because I did take a break. And my timer's at like 2 hours and 32 minutes. So I don't know. Anyways, I think that went pretty smooth for the most part. There are a few points in there where things got the better of me, but those are kind of random events. I don't think I could have avoided them that much. So if things go smoother in the next playthrough, I might use that as the base, but I think otherwise this was, I'd say, good enough, because it's probably better that you see some of the stuff that can randomly happen. Next time I'm going to try to make a minor change as opposed to a full dialogue change and see if that works, and if it doesn't, of course I will replay it again to get the actual outcome, and I'll let you know where that occurs, because I'll since the dialogue is really the only thing that's different, I'll show that so you can see what has to be different, and then from there we'll see the endings, of course, because nothing else really changes in here, and I don't think there's really a point to re-show everything, and then we'll kind of see what happens after that, because there is a supposed 10th playthrough that we need to do, but in my original game, for whatever reason, it unlocked for me after I finished the second G-Men playthrough, so I don't know. Maybe it was just a glitch on my part. Like I said, the timer was like really short. It was like 2 minutes or something like that. It was weird. I thought I like broke the game. So in fact, where it says best play time, I can go and look and see what it says on the PS4 version, and maybe I'll do that and show you guys when we're done. So.
I thought I was dying.
Okay, so I'm on round 2 of G-Men, so future me here. As I said, I was going to try to do a minor dialogue change here at the end to see if that would change the outcome. So if it doesn't work, you're not going to be seeing this. If it does work, you will. So the original dialogue we did was left, right, right. There's a nice smell. This might be my moment. Let's do it. Let's screw this up. There's a nice smell.
Yuck, that's so cheesy. Ugh, if you didn't just save me. Anyway. Thank you for saving me. Let me catch my breath before getting back on my feet.
She calls it cheesy and not creepy. Maybe she's into that, I don't know. Okay, so we did right, right. When we do left, left.
The way he speaks drives me crazy.
This is working.
Anyway. Hey, can I call you upperclassman?
No.
Why is he trying to be so cool? Hey, why don't you go and try to find me a way to the new building? And if you meet So Young, please don't tell her about me or what happened. Then she'll think of me as a troublemaker.
Love the wave.
I'm worried about everything.
I think the door's closed. Or maybe it's not. So that is confirmation for me that we got the Marguerite ending by making that last dialogue switch, and I'm glad I finally tested that to see that it worked. And yeah, so what that means is that if you are on the PS4 version, you can make a backup save before doing that sequence with the fire or at the principal's office, however you want to do it. And that should save you from having to redo the entirety of main building 1. Or you could just make a backup save of the autosave at main building 2 when you first get into it. However you want to do that. Any of those should work, and we will exploit that going forward into normal difficulty and below as we move on in the future. But for now, I'm going to finish this up and meet you on the flip side with the ending for this. So let's get back to it.
Don't you think this place has changed? Please live happy in your next life. You're still alive. Everybody returned. We should leave too. What's that pot in the bag? Can you give it to me? Not everyone has disappeared.
Okay, so that worked out really well. Not necessarily the full playthrough, but getting the ending we needed. And no trophy pops, so that means I'm gonna have to do this one more time to get, you know, that last hell difficulty trophy, but there's no ending I need. That's our last ending. So what I'm probably gonna do is replay on like Son of Osric or something just to make it a quick one and as easy as possible. And then I will kind of show where the trophy pops, and that's gonna be pretty much the end of it. Just to make things faster, I'll probably just go with Ji-hyeon, you know, so I don't have to really think about it too much. But yeah, so as far as this playthrough goes, it's probably going to be a bit of an amalgamation of things. I'll try to show some of the screw ups at the end so you can see where things didn't go so well. But overall, I think things went pretty smoothly.
Here's the school's history room. They say they built this to celebrate the proud history of the school. But I think that the chairman built it to somehow mask the school's terrifying past. I think there's a key card there. Let's go in. That was scary.
Okay, I know this is deviating a little bit from my plan, but hear me out. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really want to sniff So Young. For science. I think you smell good.
What are you talking about? Let's use that key card to open the second floor hallway door.
Okay, future me here. As you may have guessed from the previous scene, I decided to follow So Young's route. And in the name of science, I thought I'd like to test out the sniffing So Young to see if it breaks the white chrysanthemum ending the way I'm pretty sure it does, because I've watched somebody else get the same outcome. But I just wanted to see it for myself. So I'm not going to show all the labyrinth and all that. We're just gonna go for the ending here, but I thought this is worth testing for the final round.
Not Young. I saw my sister. I heard her soul crying in agony. It's trapped inside the school. Heeman, you must free them. All the dead souls trapped here. You must.
So I haven't done anything different than than what we did for White Chrysanthemum, other than the option to smell her while we were in the new building. So I know it adds a little bit of gameplay time for me, but I thought it might be worth seeing what that does. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the person I was watching, had pretty much figured things out, but I don't remember all the little details from that time. And so this way, we get to see it together, right? So see you on the flip side.
Thank you. You saved me. I think that it's over, right? What about Ji-hyeon? I forgot about her. I have to go find her. Thank you for everything.
Okay, so that was it. We got our Conqueror of Hell trophy. So there were 3 trophies tied to Hell difficulty. In the first one, we got the one for just completing it. Previously, we got Infernal Addiction after we completed the 7 base endings. And now we have the 10th one, which is why I do an extra playthrough here. And apparently pausing does not stop the timer because I'm at like 2 hours, 28 minutes, and that's probably a little bit off, but not half an hour off. So I don't know. I don't know why sometimes I do better, sometimes I don't. I've taken breaks every time, but anyways, that's all there is for that. Okay. So that is the end of the Hell difficulty portion of the walkthrough. And of course, first things first. So 2 more pieces to our ending puzzle. So we still, of course, have all the other difficulties to go, which we will do down the road at some point. And I gotta remind myself too, I really would like to play White Day 2. I do have it. I just haven't actually taken the time to play it. So, down the road at some point, we must venture off into that realm and see what it's like. And, yeah. So I definitely got everything this time. And of course, when we complete this ending collection, which we'll do eventually, we'll get the unlockable costume for Dalsu. But, that's a ways down the road, and we're probably not going to wear the costume anyway. I did actually have some ideas for things to do even after I finished the walkthrough, just for fun. For people who want more White Day, it doesn't have to be, walkthrough related stuff, right? I thought maybe eventually going back through and looking at all the ghost encounters or something and making like a collage or something like that would be kind of fun. Maybe reading ghost stories if people have any interest in that. But you know, we still have 3 other difficulties in the walkthrough to go, so it's not like there's a lack of stuff for us to do in this. We still have a ways to go in that realm. But this to me is by far the hardest part, and hardest on PS5, just because you have to sit through it one after the other. And I want to reinforce my thoughts that if you have not bought this game yet and you're trying to decide if you want to get it, I absolutely highly recommend it, but go with the PS4 version, because the bugs in the PS5 version are ridiculous. They make this so much harder in almost every case. You know, if you play on the PS4 version, you don't get any of the bugs with Dalsu, which is really nice. I've never actually seen them myself, at least, so I guess I shouldn't say never, but I haven't had any of that. With Ji-min, you don't have the whole broken thing where she's swinging her arm around while you're running, and she actually does like bob like He-Man does, even though she skips, which is really funny. But you know, and then she doesn't bunny hop when she's crouched, so she actually, if you look at yourself in the mirror in the game, you see yourself, which I really like. That's always a pet peeve of mine in a game, when you can't see your feet, your hands, and all that stuff when you're in first person. And so that stuff doesn't happen in the PS4 version. Plus you'll get more costumes if you have the costume pack like I do. And maybe I'll show some of those off down the road. They're in my original walkthrough, but any excuse to keep playing the game down the road will be fun for me. So, you know, there's more of that stuff to be had there. And then the worst part of it, I would say, because I shouldn't say the worst, but like the most grindy part of it is definitely what we just did. The fact that your autosaves, you know, you can't continue from your autosaves. The only thing you see here is this, which is a hard save I made, you know, who knows how long ago. This is probably when I was doing the walkthrough previously. So, you know, and these are the saves I had left at that point. So those are the most frustrating aspects of it. But I don't want to drone on for too long. I've already been doing enough of that. And that is it. We are finished with the hell difficulty portion of this 100% walkthrough. I hope you don't mind that I didn't show every run, because they are all pretty much the same, minus, you know, the RNG stuff that happens. I have been putting in dialogue and puzzle solutions in the descriptions so far for these episodes, because I have the first 2 uploaded, first 2 of 3 uploaded right now. And same as what I did with the original walkthrough, I put timestamps for everything. But in this case, I had to cut down on some of it because they're a little bit longer and I can only fit so much text. So I have it broken down by dialogue, and then any of the puzzles that require like numbers and whatnot. Some of the more simple puzzles I left out, and I did describe everything in game. So, you know, if you watch through these, you should have a description from me of what I'm doing at least. There's a few points where I misspoke on things. I'll try to remember to put that in the comments when I release them, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal because everything I show is accurate. And we learned some new stuff. So I learned how to bypass some dialogue in Ji-min's route. I kind of figured that would work, but I'd never tested it before, and I wasn't planning to test it now, but we got it figured out and that worked. So yeah. With that being said, let's close things out for this portion of the walkthrough. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm stuck! This is not going good.